For today's Comic Artist Spotlight, Marc Silvestri. This is a series where I take a piece of the artist's pencil work and I ink it in Clip Studio. And along with that, we take a look at one of the comic books that they've worked on. So let's begin. Today, we're going to look at Hunter Killer number 3, published by Image Comics under the Top Cow logo, which is Marc's studio. Here we have a character, I believe his name's Ellis, wrapped in the flag on the cover here. Pretty awesome art by Marc. He's in the flag, he's showing some power here. This comic was pretty cool. It was pretty much a hunt for super powered beings. I guess they were genetically altered. Kind of reminded me also a little bit of the Heroes TV show, where the one guy could mimic powers of other ones. He didn't get to keep them permanently though. So this series here, written by Mark Waid. The pencils were by Marc Silvestri. The inks on this one was Joe Weems. And there you have the colors and the letters also. So let's take a look at this issue. So this is issue 3. Here you have the main bad guy. I believe his name is Morningstar. This is from the past. It's showing here that he made a deal with the president. So right off the bat here, Marc has awesome art. I believe this is some of my favorite art from Marc here during this era. Cyberforce was very good. This was very good also, and now this is kind of leading into his newer stuff that he's doing. But I really like this. Very, very, very detailed line art. Very small strokes, and it's just awesome shot here. Straight up shot of the White House. And we're looking down here at the Oval Office. And then we see our guy down here. He's telling a backstory here about how they're going to save everyone from these superhumans that are just going to come and cause havoc. So he gets the president to sign over a letter here with his Secretary of State and Attorney General. It says here he actually surrendered the United States government and its armies and finances to James Morningstar here. But this is just a pretty awesome art here. You know, not too much going on here, but we got this guy. Art just looks great. I love Marc puts the shadows on the faces. And here he shows the flag in between here in the desk. And it's showing this guy here, and then here you see President Kennedy. Really good likeness of him. I love the way Marc will shade the faces. A little on the bold side, I would say, but really looks good the way he does it. So now we're back in the story here. So here we have Ellis, and he just got thrown off a cliff here with Wolf, which I believe he wants to take him out, or at least they're making it seem that way. And everyone's after Ellis because apparently in his genes is the code to all the other different superpower beings on the earth. So this is Sam and this teleport guy jumping off the cliff after him, and he's not exactly a good guy, or you know, it's hard to say in this book who is the good guy, who is the bad guy most times, but she's making him teleport back down to him quick. And then as he gets closer, Ellis will have the teleport powers too. So anyways, they're teleporting down here before they die and hit the thing. So so this guy's about to knock him out, and then she comes down here. He makes everyone stop in midair somehow. So he's grabbing onto him, and then this guy Wolf saves Samantha here, and there's obviously some history, but just the art's pretty awesome. You got some action-packed shots here. How the arms are holding on to each other, grabbing them. You know, love the shading with the glove here and the arm. You know, he just does a great job. And he's also uses these bands in their outfits and stuff, which is pretty cool. So anyways, they're all hanging here, and I guess she's about to teleport over a city and just fall down. So here you have the long train of people here. And then he's thinking back to when he trusted her. That was like issue back, and he concentrated and held off the power. So somehow he cuts this link here, and this guy goes flying up, and then I guess he gets shredded in the meantime. Not sure why that happened here, but so then they're falling. She's about to fall through to the sky here. This wolf guy basically saves her, throws her up to Ellis before the portal closes, and then they fall down here. So pretty crazy stuff, but art is great. This is a great shot here. They use this effect where they did it back here too, where things like get pulled in. Kind of neat there. So this is a pretty cool shot. These are the hunter killer soldiers that she's the head of, and they all look pretty awesome. They got some neat ships here. I love the ships that he comes up with missiles hanging off the bottom. And here you got a silhouette of a guy. Some of them have pretty neat tech on them. Some have these cool helmets and these cool suits. They all got different types of gear on, but they all look pretty cool. So then down here, he's a little shocked because I guess he killed a guy. So then they're just talking here. And when they went and picked him up, they actually had to kill his father, who's supposedly a fugitive. So then you have this rundown town, which I guess the government claims that the water was poisoned. Everyone had an hour to vacate. Apparently that's a story. So here you have some tourists, it's great. They have these tourists here, and through the tourists, they're able to tell the story of the town, which is pretty good storytelling. Pretty good way to storytell. And then they take off, and they're also able to tell us, because he's asking for the reader, well, don't they notice this whole military crew going in here to this town? So then we're introduced to Cloaker here. This guy makes people see what they want them to see. So then you see the suits that the people are seeing here, supposedly. And then she says, so to you, I look like an Arctic explorer, right? And he's making her wear this suit, apparently, or look like she's wearing this suit. And then he's like, yeah, sure. So that's kind of funny. But, Marc Silvestri, art, pretty awesome here. Definitely gets the job done. Love the detail of the suits, even everything here. Looking great. I also like how he draws unique people, unique faces. Keeps them pretty good. So here they're walking in. This is also where they say that the groundwater story was just a cover up to keep the public away from this government institution. So then they cut to this double page here where it shows this underground facility with all these crazy sort of things and floating orbs and platforms, and this is some sort of DNA strand here that must be looking at or something. But them two are here watching. She's saying the story, the groundwater story, is meant to hide places like this that the public never goes to. So then they kind of explain why this place looks so funky too. So they go through here, they introduce some people. Apparently this guy's connected to the net, and he's wired through the electroneural system. He can accelerate 1,000-fold. So they call him Network. Here they kind of make a joke here. Here's an artist at a table. They're saying what he draws and designs comes to pass, and he can even change the design, and the design will change. So he probably designed that whole building. Art here is great. Like, you got all this tubing going on. Like, the backgrounds are just full of stuff. He's laying on this cot. Computer here, obviously. This picture of this guy at this table is just great. Books stacked the whole way up. Great perspective shot here where they're looking down. You got your triangle and everything. Drafting table. Books everywhere. So you get to this guy here. Apparently he just absorbs energy. So they call him Damper. And I guess they used to call him Retard. But so he's called Damper. So he just absorbs stuff. So he dampens everybody's power. So here she talks about, gives a little backstory on the Ultra Sapiens Alliance, what they call it, the USA. Project USA. And they all got these tattoos going on. And here they're just looking at this big map, where they are, where they located them. And she's saying that the Ultra Sapiens were America's secret weapon, and it all went haywire, and they're not sure what, but files, controls, all were obliterated. And the rogue superhumans were untraceable now, and they don't know where they are. So this is where they say, he comes in, and the complete catalog of all the Ultra Sapiens and their abilities are in his genetic code for safekeeping. So there's a great shot here, large headshot. Mark, he does great on the lips and the eyes. He does really good hair. Same thing here. Really, really intense looks on these guys. Just great faces, great large shots. Just throughout the talking here. And this is good too. But anyways, he don't trust them. He says, "Hey, let me see my dad." She says, "Well, give me a minute." So anyways, she's like, "This is your dad." And then he walks in here, says, "Give me a minute." So she walks out, and it shows him talking to his dad, paying his last respects. So when he walks out, apparently it wasn't really his dad. It was this guy. Made him think it was his dad. Apparently, we show that he's taking him apart on the operating table because they want to see what made this guy powerful and stuff. So yeah, great art here. Clear to see what's going on. Great tech with all the screens. Here we got. I like this shot of the father. He was, I believe, taking care of an issue 1, but he's got all these spikes on him. Mark does this stuff really good. And here they're showing the surgeon with the white hair, and here it's the Morningstar guy. But this is a pretty awesome shot right here, from the light, and then the shading on the face here and everything. And I love how the red part of the hands is all clear, and it goes into the dark suit, but it's just a great looking shot. Nice detail here. Got some the blood splattered all up in here and everything. Great shot. A lot of cross hatching. That's actually the end of issue 3. Great series. Check it out. Later on, you got some other awesome artists taking over the book, like Eric Basalda and Kenneth Rockefort. Also did a lot of the later issues. So just an awesome book. Each issue is pretty unique. You got some pretty unique Ultra Sapiens. There's one little girl that anything within 50 yards of her just immediately dies, and then they have to go extract her, basically. Extract her or kill her. And she's actually a little kid. You know, interesting stories. You know, really good series. But we're basically going to leave it there for today. So there you have it. A look at the awesome art of Marc Silvestri. And here's the finished piece I inked. There's a link in the description below to my art page if you wish to view an HD version of it and others like it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have a suggestion for an artist you'd like to see me take a look at in the future, leave a comment below and I'll check them out. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you next time on the Comic Artist Spotlight.